What would you do if you could do an extreme sport with none of the ropes or anything? What do you reckon would be your pick?
Oh, it's like, I'd love to like, I don't know how extreme this is, but like solo like diving, like water diving.
Like
Do you know
swimming?
what I mean?
I would swim.
Shut up, you fucking heckler.
I would swim, but by myself.
You fucking heckler.
Oh, you crazy, man.
Such a shit stirrer. All right. We're on. Stopwatch is on. We're moving. All right. We got a different one going on today. All right. We have DJ Stingray in the booth right now.
DJ Stingray.
You reckon it gives such like a Guy Fieri like glasses, like the fucking
DJ Stingray.
like the flame shirt kind of vibe. What's up, kids? It's DJ Stingray.
I'm picturing like a Steve Irwin kind of.
DJ Stingray. Dude, it like reminds me of like, I don't know, like DJ Hot Wheels. It's like, dude, we're on.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Chris. Chris.
Hey guys.
It's not a
Chris.
DJ. This is gonna have nothing to do with DJing. So if that's what you came for, fucking leave. Because that's not what's going on today. We got an absolute shit stirring episode. And I mean, I want to kick this like right off the rip. Actually, I have something that I was going to talk, because we were talking about what we're going to start with. I have two questions, right? Something that I've been thinking about recently, because we're gonna free flow this whole thing. Just so I want to make that very clear that you need to leave if you're listening to this and think that you're gonna learn something about producing. If you think you're gonna learn something about yourself, you're not. Just
Sorry to all the other DJs who wanted to come on this podcast. Your point in the queue has been moved.
Oh no, bro. Have you heard of Chris? But have you heard of Christopher? So straight off the rip, I want to ask you, if you were a dictator, right?
Ooh.
How long do you reckon it would take for you to get corrupt? Because let's be real, all right? Being a dictator, there's some shit going on. And I don't think, like, you're going to get corrupted in one way or another. It's like, you don't necessarily need to be, like, killing babies. But it's like,
That's immediately where you jump to for being corrupt. You know Gaddafi, man. He was always killing babies from the get-go.
It's like, yeah, man, that's where I started, dude. Like, I built this empire from killing babies. It's like, all right, man. So it's actually the Aztec spirit. But, all right, allegedly. But I mean, to be fair, dude, I mean, rich people are basically killing babies now. Because, like...
Elaborate on that.
What do you mean by that? Because like isn't there like a whole thing that people are trying to do anti-aging through like aborted fetuses?
Do you mean
Isn't
like
it like
stem cells?
Yeah.
And
Jamie, pull that
killing
up. I need a
babies.
Jamie, dude. I need a Jamie, dude.
Can we hire a Jamie just to like hang out on the side?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
show
we've
us stuff
got
on his phone, like-
applications open for Jamies. Anyone wants
All
to
you
be a
need to-
Jamie.
Just have your phone ready and like shove it in our
But
faces.
this is what I mean, right? If I was a dictator, I wouldn't need to ask for a Jamie. I would just force someone to be a Jamie.
Yeah, you kill some babies to get a Jamie.
Oh, yeah,
you get that shit done.
All right, we'll leave the babies. We'll leave the babies.
That's what Gaddafi said as well.
Yeah. So, how long would it take for you to become corrupt? Because, like I said, at what point is like, have you forced too many people to be Jamie, and then you're corrupt? Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point. When would you no longer be fair and just start being like a bit of a dick about everything?
Because I feel like it's so human nature. Because everyone
Yeah.
wants to think that they'd be better than the person who's being the dictator.
It's a good. Oh, my shoes are torn. It's a good question for like dating, because you'll know who's kind of like trying to be a good person, if that makes sense. Like
Right,
someone
like
who's like,
who's putting it on?
yeah, who's putting it on? They'll be like, oh, it'll take me so long. No, day fucking one. I like put on my little fucking robes, my little jewels and everything.
I'd make
And,
everyone
like-
else wear a uniform. And I'd have like a robe.
The second those like bullshit military awards go on my chest, straight away, I need stem cells
Oh my
ASAP. Straight away.
That's
I need
so
Jamie's
fucking jokes,
at my
dude.
side at all times. I think it would take me like a second of wearing those clothes. And immediately I'm like, all right, let's fucking do this.
Dude,
I'm
it's
here
gotta
for a short
it's gotta
time.
feel good though.
100%.
Right? It's gotta feel good. It's just like it's like how even when you're rich enough, right? Even when you're a rich enough person, you know, I was listening to Tom Segura's podcast. I talk about him fucking all the time. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like if you need a podcast to listen to.
I know.
You do. But he was looking up the most fucked up things that you can do as a rich person in America, like things that you can pay to do, which you don't think are real, but are. Apparently, if you spend like $35,000 a day, like US, what you can do is you can hire a boat with all these fucking weapons to swim past the like Somali islands where there's like pirates and everything.
Yeah.
Bait the pirates in and then murder them. Apparently, that's a real thing.
Are you on the boat?
Oh yeah,
Or- okay,
yeah.
right.
Like you pay to be on the boat
So you're
and
on
to
the
like
boat.
gun down Somali pirates.
Right. For 35 grand, like person, like session.
Session like it's a flow massage.
Are there like safety videos that you have to watch before you go out?
Oh my god!
there, like, online
a
training?
go-karting video.
Do you have like a really psyched out tour guide who's got all
Oh
this
my
fake
god,
energy?
dude! Probably, dude. I mean, like if they're doing that though, like they gotta be. But it's
gotta
like,
be
it's like you could do,
insane.
dude. 35 grand. What's that in like
To
Australian?
gun
Like
down.
50 grand?
Yeah.
That's like not that much. If you
guess
save
so.
up for
I
a
mean-
year on like a 60 grand salary, you can do that.
You live at home, you don't pay for anything. You don't feed your kids.
Yeah.
But they'll understand. It's all so
Yeah.
you can gun down Somali. Just like Bezos. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, right. But like
Wow.
you can just like do that. So it's like if people don't think that like they're gonna get corrupted by being a dictator, like shut up. And here's
you're
another
right.
question that I was thinking about, right? Would there be a big difference? Okay. Here's what I was thinking, right? I was thinking about these the other day. I remember.
Yeah.
I think I wrote them down, but I'm not looking at them. But would there be like a big difference between if you all of a sudden became a dictator of a very rich country versus a very poor country?
Ooh.
Because I mean, like a rich country, it's like how smart are you to kind of like work it? You know what I mean? You got to kind
Yeah.
of work it in. You got to work in the corruption. Whereas
get-
for like a poor country, it's just kind of like you're just straight to war crimes.
Let's get
and everyone's got an
specific,
eye
like-
on you.
Do you mean what kind of rich country are you thinking of? Do you
Oh,
want like
let's-
some like Dubai type shit?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Or-
yeah, like a
Or hear me out.
no, okay,
like
let's say it's something like let's just say you've gotten your hands on like Portugal, right?
okay.
Like Portugal. You've
Yeah.
kind of gotten in there and like you're working it. But
Yeah.
you're in Europe, so there's enough people around you who kind of have an eye on you. You kind of have
Yeah.
an eye on what's going on. It's like but there's not enough that you can do it, but you can spend big, you know?
Yeah.
Like Portugal, they got money, right? Like they're not fucking dirt poor. Shut up, all right? We need a Jamie. Let me just like preface that.
Hey, Jamie, pull up GDP of Portugal.
Don't you? Oh my god. Bro, I swear to God, I swear to God. I know nothing. So this is gonna be a mess. But do you know what I mean? Like they're not like, you know, I mean there's a lot of other places which are a bit worse off than Portugal.
Yes, true. Yeah.
So what would be like your first kind of move when you get in there?
What would it be? All right, so it's Portugal.
Yeah.
I'm the dictator. It's day one. I'm already a cunt about it. That's fine. That's established.
People already kind of hate you, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's chill.
Just
But,
your inner
like,
circle.
Here's the thing though. If it's like a wealthy country, you'll have people in Portugal who can take you down. Who like off the
Yeah.
bat, if they don't like you, they're rich enough to do something about it. Like they'll hire the Somali pirates to come get you
Yeah.
for like 35 grand.
Dude, my brain. Reverse Uno card.
Reverse Uno,
Fucking done, bro. Just imagine you did that with Somali pirates and then they pulled out like a fucking RPG and you're just like, oh fuck, dude.
So I think the first thing I would do is just like make sure I'm super chill with everyone who could take me down. Just make them happy. Throw money at them. Because like the truth is, if like
or I mean,
poor
like
people-
first thing you got to do is drop taxes for them.
exactly, yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
up the
just do some
taxes.
shit.
Start
Yeah.
with the taxes. Start with the taxes.
What would you do next? How would you
feel
get
like-
chill with them?
I feel like I'd start like importing heaps of like Twinkies and shit. imagine like fucking off all like the culinary, like you have all these different culinary cultural dishes like from all these
Fuck
different
that, dude.
influences. And you're just like, all right, there's an In-N-Out on every second fucking street, and we just fucking dump
If there's
heaps
one
of fast
thing
food
that the
in there.
Portuguese 1% love, it's fucking Subway drive-through.
I would just make like snack packs on every single side of the street. Like it was like mandatory that you had to eat like a snack pack every day.
That'd be beautiful.
Right, and then everyone would get
country.
fat and go to the beach. And instead of like all the like the classic ideal of just like the Portugal, just like whole like sexy thing. It's just
Yeah.
like no, everyone's just fat as fuck.
just
I'd
ruin
make
this
everyone
country.
fat.
Mm.
So I feel like a
a
fat
good move.
population is
Yep.
easier to control than a healthier one.
Is that a bar? I think that's a bar, right?
I think it could be. It could be a bar. I mean, it probably is a bar
No,
somewhere.
I want to hear this from you though. How long would it take you to become like a bad dictator?
As in, okay. So define
Yeah.
bad though, because like,
So you're corrupt, which I think is what you asked me anyway.
Yes,
yeah. So
yeah,
you're corrupt. You abuse your power, and it's just like you're no longer making things the best for your country. It's just you being a bit of a dick, making your life amazing. How long would that take you?
oh man, I mean, like that's the thing. Like, I feel like I'd be good for a bit because I'd be so scared. You know what I mean? I'd be so scared of, like you said, like the other countries kind of coming in.
Yeah.
That I'd hunker down. You know, make everyone chill out. But then I'd start like just getting people in to just like do random shit for my entertainment. I'll just like, I don't know, I'll just like get people to just like come in and just like I'm not gonna make people have like death matches in front of me, but it's like you start like, you know, like I might get someone who's just like, dude, can you like do one of those unicycle things and juggle knives? Like get one of those guys in.
I fucking love that shit, bro.
Like nothing crazy. I was just like, oh, bro, you like do like a backflip? I'm like, oh shit! And then I'd like get him back though. I'd have some mates around. And I'd just be like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, oh, look at this guy.
Bring in, I need backflip Benny inside the house. Bro.
Backflip Benny. Yeah, exactly.
Do your thing, Benny.
Oh my god! You know what I would do? I would force everyone to listen to my music. I would make my latest dubstep song a national anthem. I'd force people to study it.
Oi, oi, oi.
Literally, dude. And then there'd be like teachers teaching kindergartens, like, so what you do here, right, is you need to cut out everything around like 18,000 kilohertz. 18, you need to cut everything down here. It's like, see, the thing that he does here is that he side chains with a manual, and then I'm just like, yes, just breed a bunch of dubstep producers.
And yeah, dude, Portugal could be like the dubstep hub in 20 years.
There you
They'll
go.
have like statues of you at the front,
There you
holding
go.
like those decks and shit.
That's the fucking move. So I mean, that's the move. But then there's the question: is that bad? Is that a bad dictator or a good dictator? Because if everyone starts
with a
liking
vision.
dubstep, like, what's the problem? I'd ban Tech House. Tech House is like capital punishment. If you listen to Tech House, you just get mowed down. That is one thing I'd probably do. I'd be like, no Tech House.
You used to love Tech House, didn't you? I feel like when you were first DJing.
Oh, who didn't like Tech House?
Yeah,
though?
right.
Who didn't like Tech
That
House?
and
I give
UK,
Tech House
like
shit.
baseline. Oh, that
Yeah,
was the shit, man.
UK baseline was like
Yeah.
classic. That was like peak because that was just like that era. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everyone was just into it, and then it became drum and bass. Then like the whole UKG came in. It's alright, man. No, it's alright.
We got to cut it down.
You know,
Oh,
there's
God.
tiers of guests, mate.
There's what?
There's tiers of guests. You're on the bottom.
Tears.
You're on the
When
bottom.
you said tears, I was thinking like crying. It's like, where are these tears, dude?
Where are the tears?
Tears of guests.
Where are the tears?
Oh, you got like, good guests up top.
You got the best guests up top. You got you. Just slightly under the middle.
That's fair, dog. I feel so low
I'm just happy to
on
be
this
here,
like
man.
DJ podcast. The only stuff we
DJ
talked
Stingray in the house.
about. DJ Stingray. Oh,
But I
Fucking
mean,
hell.
like everyone listens to Tech House though.
yeah.
But it's like, it's just like, grow up, man. I don't want to I don't want to talk shit about tech house DJs because I don't get the whole thing. But like, I don't know, man.
There's like tiers to it. But no, I feel like anything house just feels so like poppy, you know? And I'm not saying anything unique here. But
I just think it's so bland.
yeah.
There's just no flavor to it.
But that's the same. Like, I'm sure they'll hear like dubstep and drum and bass.
Oh, no, I think
it's
that's, and at the same time, dude, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, imagine just, like, coming from listening to, like, melodies and, like, nice, you know, maybe, like, Avicii, Calvin Harris, and you just hear, like, bonk, 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 bonk. It's just like, I don't, like, what do you mean?
But if you give it a chance, you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. It's so good.
You know what? Well, you know what I found out? What I kind of thought about was I saw Medusa at Field Day, which is, like, you know, tech house, right?
Yeah.
And the thing that I realized about it, which I kind of started to appreciate, was I was just like, oh, it's all about the build. It's not about the drop. It's just about the build. It's like how can you build up that atmosphere? Because the drops are kind of the same, but it's the build-ups and the way that you build up the atmosphere which makes it hit harder.
That's interesting. It's kind of cool you look at it that way. Because me, with like no in-depth knowledge, and to me, if it sounds good, and I like it.
Yeah.
I still think it's all about the drop, even with that genre. Like, if I'm scrolling through songs, I'm immediately skipping to 45 seconds because I'm like, I just want to hear the drop.
You got that TikTok brain.
Exactly.
But that's why I got that TikTok brain too. I got TikTok brain too.
And I'll only save a song if the drop is what I like.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of the genre.
Yeah.
But you're saying that it's about the build-up because you're totally right. Like, if it's a good build-up, the drop doesn't really matter too much. Yeah,
because it builds it up to like be the kind of like release of it, and it's like, if it's done well, then it's like catchy and it's like the build. It keeps going, and you're just like, oh fuck, what's all these cool like effects or whatever, and then it kind of pumps in. However, it does that. That's like cool. That's kind of like the hitting point.
Do you think you look at it like that because you know how to produce, and you've just got so much experience into that?
Well, I think what it is though is that it's like, I mean, it's like any art, right? It's like context is still everything. It's like the way I've described it. I actually said this on a podcast yesterday. It was like, I think about, if you think about like a DJ mix, it's like certain songs can build up a certain atmosphere to make a song feel different as if you were to have it in a different context. So if you didn't have the songs played before this specific song and you just played this specific song with like random songs behind it, it's going to feel a lot different than if, you know, like depending on how you do it.
Yeah.
So I think I've just started thinking about it more like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, because it clicks for some people.
Yeah.
It's like the whole techno thing, man. I don't get techno. But techno is about like the kind of journey. It's like if you think about Rufus, right? Think about like Inner Bloom. It's like a fucking like 9-minute song.
Yeah.
But it's all about the kind of like atmospheric build of it. And like, so I think it's just like a different perspective because I always like to try to kind of like think about what's like going on there. Like I don't really understand, but you want to try to understand a bit more.
So like, I hate this word, but like the vibe that's created from every part of the song.
I believe it's pronounced "de vibe." I believe.
You gotta do shuckers at the same time.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. God damn it.
But no, I see what you mean. Right.
Because it's like techno, right? It's like you can have like an 8-minute techno song, which is just like a kick half the time, but it'll kind of like build itself through and take you on this kind of like journey of like moving through it. And it's not about the actual like kick. Like there is no real drop. It's just about the kind of like journey it takes you on.
I like that.
Which at the same time, I just like big sounds. You know, I just like the big drops because I'm
right there with you.
I just like the autistic like sounds. But it's like, but you can start to kind of see where that like what that kind of is.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, which I just find interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know. I guess I just think about like the Tismo. But what have you been into? What have you been into recently, Chris? I've already gone back on my promise to to promise not to talk about music. So
no. Let's talk about music. Let's make the other guest jealous. So. Hey guys, DJ Stingray here. I know nothing about music. But
there you go.
I think I'm straying away more from like something fun that's like you can dance to. You know, I used to love just like something you can chuck on the speaker. And if you can picture like people dancing, it's like one hand holding their drink, the other hand just like fist pumping. That real basic shit, right?
Yeah.
And I used to love that. But now I think I'm really kind of moving more towards like what's the scariest, spookiest thing that you can throw at me. So like, you know, Spook, who came on, Angus, exact same shit, where he was like, oh, I've moved on to like more the minimalist sort of side of drum and bass.
Yeah.
And I get it. I totally get it now because I hear that and it's like so dark and grungy.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. Instead of picturing, if like a song's playing and I'm picturing that fucking basic dance move, now I want the song playing. I want that to make me picture like real like spooky shit
like
happening.
Demons, like sleep paralysis.
It's a weird way to say it, but 100%. That's like fucking nail on the head right there. I want to picture like horror movie type shit. There's got to be a better way to say this. But yeah, I'm just really into like dark, scary drops now. Yeah. And like, you know, drum and bass has a ton of those songs. And I'm a big fan of that. But even like dubstep as well has got a ton of that too.
I think everyone's kind of into like the dark, wonky kind of stuff right now. The wobbly, dark kind of like weird shit right now.
Yeah. And like, who's someone that's really good that does that? There's someone in that like Shook Crew group. She's like the girl with the bangs. What's her name again?
Oh, Josephine.
Yeah, Uber Moon. That's the one.
Moon.
Like I heard her play once and it was like exactly what I liked.
Yeah, she's so good because she does like everything too.
Yeah,
she does dubstep and halftime and drum and bass and like, blah blah blah. God. And I found a few times when I was like trying to figure out how to DJ. When I was really trying to like get into DJing drum and bass and dubstep before I kind of thought I wanted to go full dubstep. Yeah, I would just like listen to her sets and just analyze it and just be like, how's it like done? I'm like, fuck. Fuck, that slaps. Yeah. God damn it. Like, how do you do it? I'm like trying to analyze, like, wait, okay, she's kind of like going up here, doing this. But yeah, no, she's unreal, yeah.
How would you do it if you're doing a set? Because the last time I actually heard you play properly, you were doing drum and bass and then dubstep or all the way around. I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah.
How do you transition from what's like 150 to 174 or whatever?
Oh, dude, one of the easiest. Okay, so there's a couple different ways. I mean, there's a couple different like DJ tips that you can do. One of them I learned from a commercial club in Canberra that I played for on Mooseheads, which is actually like a life-changing trick, right? This is actually okay. I've fully gone back on my promise because this is actually a really good trick that people don't know. Yeah. So if I'm playing a song at 150, right? I get my drum and bass song at 174. I drop it to 150. I beat match as per normal. But then what you need to do is make sure that the dubstep song and the drum and bass song have like a big kind of like drop or like a build or like maybe a big vocal that comes in, but no drums, right? No rhythmic elements.
Right.
As soon as it hits that like one beat where the dubstep song goes psh, and then the drum and bass song kind of psh, and then it goes like a vocal, then as soon as you drop the dubstep song out, you move the tempo fader straight to 174. Right. And because it's so quick, no one notices. And then a vocal comes on. So you don't hear the drums changing.
Okay, right.
So it's a really, really, really good trick to getting between BPMs and not having people notice.
Right. So make sure there's no drums. You bring drum and bass to the speed of dubstep first at 150.
Yeah.
And then when there's no drums in your drum and bass, just switch it straight back to what it should be.
So it's like, normally you would just like play, like just drop the dubstep song out, have the other song in, but then on that beat, like on like a second, like as quickly as you can, you put it to 174, and you can do it the other way around too when it's slowing down. Yeah. So then just imagine like a drum bass, like you know what I mean? And it's going, and then like a big kind of breakdown, like, and then on that exact moment, because all it is, there's no rhythmic elements. It's just that getting slowed down, you don't hear. So you just slow it down straight away on the second on that one beat, and then
I like
let
that.
it in, and then you're good to go. And another thing that I would do is I would produce dubstep songs as like drum and bass songs. And then I would either just like build it up during the build up, because it would just be the normal kind of like dubstep song that everyone knows. Like one of my favorite examples that I would do is I made it's called Brunt by Phase One, and I made a drum and bass remix of it. But everyone kind of knows the original dubstep song. Yeah. So on the build up, you just like build, and then you start to like increase the tempo. And if it's something that someone already knows, then it kind of like you go like, oh shit, what's happening here, right? Yeah. And then another thing you can do is literally just like produce your own song and automate the tempo. And then on like a breakdown or a build up, it'll just like speed up for you. And then you can just like know that that's a change.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's a few ways to do it. And I don't think people know how to do it enough because it's not that hard.
Yeah.
And you just got to like know that trick. So like practice that trick. That trick works. It is a phenomenal trick. It is incredible. It has fucking saved my life so many times. When I show people, they're just like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "I know. I saw like someone at like a pop club can show me this," and I was like, "I've not stopped using it. It's the best."
Yeah, how good? Because I've been like, at home with my roommate, we'd just have fun. He's got like a pair of XTJs with like the fucking record box screen in the middle.
Oh yeah.
So we're just fucking around on that. And like whenever we're switching from a song that has like a big tempo gap or two, and you and I made a mix like ages ago.
I was literally gonna reference this. This is the most kick-ons mix of all time. Fucking hell, dude.
But if we want to change the tempo, and it's like plus like 20 or some shit, we'll like use the pitch shifter to make it go really low. So it's like, and then in that little like 2-second gap of it going like, then we'll just like move it to the correct tempo. And then when you bring the pitch back to normal, everyone's like, whoa, did the tempo change? I have no idea, man.
I mean, hey, look, I think there's only one way to test this. I think someone's got to give it a crack. I think someone's got to do it.
It's so dumb, but I fucking love it. Oh,
fuck me. Well, no, I mean, that's one idea. That's one way to do it. It's one way to do it.
But I do like that tip where you just need to find the right part of the song with like no rhythmic aspect.
Yeah.
And then from there you'll match and then increase back to what it should be.
Another classic thing to do is like you can beat sync and then make a loop of like a word or something, and then as you bring up the tempo, you bring in the build up of the other song. But because they're beat sync, they'll just like sync the tempos. That's another way to do it. But and then like, dude, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're fucking DJing out live, it's just like put a fucking reverb on it and just play the next song. Like no one's gonna know. Just do that. Yeah. When in doubt, man, you're fine. Just do that. Fuck. But yeah, there's some fucking tips and tricks for you.
100%.
I feel like we've talked way too much about music now. What's your YouTube feed like?
Oh, my YouTube feed. Here's the thing. I don't really use YouTube that much anymore, which I feel sad saying, because when I think about like teenage me, I'm on YouTube every single night for like hours and hours. And like back then I could watch like 15-minute YouTube videos without like having any issue with it. But now it's just TikTok brain. It's like,
oh, so you're fully talked.
I'm fully talked.
I'm
fully talked out.
You're fucking talked, bro.
Oh, dude. But you know what? Let's find out right now. Let's have a look.
Oh my god, this is live. This is where I need to get my fucking camera, because I'm gonna buy a camera for the podcast once I fucking like get a bit of money behind me. And this is where the camera comes in huge, because then everyone, you can't hide. It's just me unadulterated, just like, what is your YouTube feed? Show me now.
All right.
What is it?
It's kind of boring.
Oh no.
So we've got a little bit of gaming, a lot of cars.
Nice.
A weird amount of like, you know how like people are doing supercuts now, and they'll just be like, if they're doing like The Office, it will be like every Michael Scott moment from
Oh my god, 1. You have those.
Dude, I have those.
Dude, that's like, right? why is that like an Instagram Reels post?
Yeah,
on YouTube?
right?
What the fuck?
Like, yeah, dude, this is a fucking Parks and Recreation one. And it's
Jesus
like
Christ.
Ben Wyatt being actually cool for 11 minutes straight. Okay. It's just boring as hell, dude. Like a bunch of fucking movie clips. But
no, that does suck.
Yeah.
This does fucking suck.
What's a better question is, what's your Instagram Explore page like?
My Instagram Explore...
And that, I think, is a real deep dive into the soul.
I think this is where we differ. I think my Instagram Explore page is like kind of dog shit.
Yeah, right.
I get like a lot of... It's like, I get a bit of brain rot. My brother sends me a lot of AI memes, which is like... Dude, it really tickles his fucking fancy. You know the AI ones where it's just like, I'll show you later. I'll just show you later. I don't think it's one of the ones you can explain.
I do love like the AI cat stories or whatever, where the background
I think you're deeper in the game than me. Oh, thank God. I'm not getting that. Look, I can't talk shit though, because like my YouTube feed is probably worse than your Instagram feed. I feel like that's the equivalence.
Do you think you're talked out, or you're more like YouTubed out?
No, I'm not. Dude, I actually kind of pride myself on like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not that talked.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of
That's a
holding
fucking
it down
achievement
a bit.
at this age to not
Because
be talked
because
out.
I've stuck by never getting TikTok.
Yeah.
I held it down when everyone was just like, bro, this algorithm is crazy. You will get the best memes. And I was like 18. What sounds
Yeah.
better than that when you're 18?
Yeah.
Right? So I held it the fuck down. And I was like, no, I can't do it. My reels, sometimes I let it slip, right?
Yeah.
It happens. But for the most part, I've been proud of myself. But the one thing that I'm bad at is like, I do go down some deep YouTube rabbit holes. It's like, do you know what splunking is?
Like spelunking?
Splunking, yeah, like the caving thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I always thought it was pronounced like spelunking because there's like an E
Is it?
after the P. Maybe, but maybe splunking.
Dude, I just write splunking,
Spelunking
bro.
just sounds sexual. In my
It sounds so bad, yeah, right. As soon as it left my mouth, I was like, "Oh fuck! I hope no one says."
There's a really
I hope
good
you don't
fucking,
say anything.
There's a great game called Spelunky, and in that game, yeah, you're just like caving, fucking mining shit or whatever.
Dude, right?
Yeah.
Well, dude, I've been loving watching caving videos and like splunking videos
Yeah.
because it's just like so claustrophobic. Right, I'm so fucking claustrophobic. Like
dude,
caving
fuck
is one of the
that.
things. You know what happened to me? I was at a climbing gym and I went to go caving. Like it was like a caving simulation kind of thing, right? And you kind of get in there and like you're crawling. Dude, my
Yeah.
feet didn't even fully get in there, and I started to have a
fuck
full
that.
panic attack.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was with my brother, and he was just like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize you're like claustrophobic." I was like, "Yeah, dude, fuck." And he was like, "Oh well, it actually got worse deeper in." So I'm glad that you didn't. I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" But
Yeah,
I love
fuck
the
that.
idea of like watching someone do that fuck shit,
How
and
do
then
they
I can
do
be
that?
like, I'm never gonna do it. You
Because
know?
they like twist and bend their body in such weird ways.
Oh, dude,
like,
it's crazy,
The part that
dude.
gets me is the fucking breathing.
Dude,
you
they
run
gotta
out of
manage
air?
like the breathing and like.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dude. It's like,
just
it's
like-
fucking crazy.
I don't
It's
know how they
crazy.
do it or like why they do it as well.
Is there any kind of like extreme sport that you look at that you go like, if you could do one extreme sport,
yeah.
what would you want to do? Because you know there's rock climbing, you know,
Yeah.
like big abseiling, like you know what I mean. There's all these different kind of bits and
An
pieces that you could
extreme
do.
sport that I could do. I'll tell you what, I do love watching. I think it's called like paragliding,
Oh,
where they
paragliding
like spread
would
out
be
their
cool.
arms and they got like fucking.
Oh my god,
wings
yes!
there.
I was actually thinking
And then
that.
they're twisting from like left to right.
Yeah,
And they're going
yeah.
over like a valley. Dude,
Yeah.
that looks
Those-
insane.
Yeah.
And I would
Yeah.
love to do that like just once. And I feel
Yeah.
like out of all the other ones, I don't know why. To me, that feels the least scary. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
apart from like rock climbing with like ropes and shit. But I see like free climbers.
No, we're talking about free solo shit. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Like we're like, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Like no bullshit, right?
People
Like,
who like climb up buildings without ropes, like those types of people.
oh my
That to me
God,
seems
dude.
fucked up. But
Like the urbexing kind of stuff.
yeah, but there's like
Yeah.
famous people who do it. And yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, like urbexing aside, there are actual athletes who do this with sponsorships and everything. Not just like 13-year-olds with spray paint cans.
Bro, there was one time, right? There was one fucking time, right? I was oh my god, I was with my mate, Adam Soros, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
mate from school. I'm like best mates with him still. He's in the Air Force now. Our fucking dumb 13, 14-year-old asses, right?
Yeah.
We thought it'd be cool to try get to the top of a rooftop in Chatswood. I don't know if anyone is familiar with Chatswood. It's up north in Sydney.
Yeah.
And we like go in and it's just like we're already completely out of place, right? Just like this corporate building. And we're going around just like trying not to look sus to the receptionist who's already just like, why are the children here?
Yeah.
We're going and then we see just like a fire escape stairs and we're just like, oh, surely. Start to kind of push on it. Bro, alarms. The whole fucking building.
Fuck, that's funny.
We're just like, oh my fucking God. We just like, we don't sprint. We're like, no, we got to act cool on our way out. So we're walking noticeably faster than when we came in.
Yeah.
So we're just fucking going. And we get out, we start running. And it's just like, I could just imagine now that I'm an adult, I'm like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
hate the fact that I was just like, I'm going to just like push on doors and I'm 14.
Yeah.
It's like people are probably just trying to work.
Fuck.
just trying to exist.
Imagine
And I
being
was
that
just there.
receptionist, just like watching these kids walk in, so blatantly open this like very clearly signed door that says if open alarm will sound. Oh, wait, play it cool. No one saw us. Power walking back to the
It's just a power walk too, and you know exactly what it looks like. Just like the kind of stress, and neck is way too still. Just like,
the neck is still.
do you know what I mean? Like your neck's
Such a
not
good way to
moving
put
at
it.
all. You're just
Posture's like perfect as well.
yeah, not looking back. You're just sending it, and like fucking. I bet everyone has a similar story though. It's like everyone,
100%.
it fucking happens. Oh, no shame. Oh, no shame. I have a little bit of shame.
What would you do if you could do an extreme sport with none of the ropes or anything? What do you reckon would be your pick?
Oh, it's like, I'd love to like, you know, I don't know how extreme this is, but like solo like diving, like water diving.
Like
Do you know
swimming?
what I mean?
I would swim.
Shut up, you fucking heckler.
I would swim, but by myself.
You fucking heckler.
Oh, you crazy man.
Such a shit stirrer. Just line me up for that one.
Solo. Do you mean the guys that like jump off of bridges and stuff?
No, just like, no, okay, bear with me, okay? Now you're working.
Let me cut you off. Continue.
Because you set the bar so high by being like, I'm gonna like go like full on just fucking setting myself down like a bird off this fucking cliff, and I'm just like, I will go swimming underwater. But it's like, but you know the ones who like go and it's like you go kind of snorkeling. It's almost like scuba diving, but like just with a snorkel, and you go underneath the water.
Oh, I do know what you mean. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like you're going, you kind of like explore like the coral reefs, and it's like dangerous because like, you know, sharks, everything. You're kind of just like doing your own thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would be so crazy. I think I would be like terrified.
Yeah.
Especially if there was like lower visibility, like it would be fucked.
Yeah.
But I wish that I was like the dude who could do it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I wish that was me. That is not me, dude. I'm built for sitting in my room on my laptop making stupid fucking sounds. That's not. I don't go swimming with sharks and shit. But I'd love for that to be something that I could do. You know what I mean?
Gosh, that would be nice.
So I think that'd be free. I reckon that'd be pretty fucking.
Apparently, sharks don't even like want us, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, no,
they see us and they're not like, food. They're just like, oh, cool, just another fish.
no,
it's
literally.
like whatever.
Actually, that's something. That's another YouTube rabbit hole I've been going down. Is looking up. Well, my brother kind of like re-sparked it because he was just like, "Do you want to watch thalassophobia videos?" Which is like just the fear of like ocean water, like large ocean spaces.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Why am I tripping over words so much? But. And like we were just watching like shark encounters and shark videos and everything, and it's just like that shit. That it's pretty fucking cool, but it's like the thing that's so terrifying about the ocean is that it's like that's not where you're meant to be. You're not designed for the fucking ocean, dude. If you look at a shark and the way that thing can move in the water, you are not supposed to be with that thing in there. You are not
very
supposed
out
to
of
be
place.
there. Bro.
With your 2 km/h like breaststroke.
Yeah. It's like, what is your survival breaststroke gonna fucking get past a shark? Fuck that, dude. You're fucked. You're dead. It's like you can punch it in the nose, but you're fucked. Okay, here's another question for you. If you had to encounter one dangerous, large, wild animal, what would it be?
Ooh.
Do you take the route of like, because it's like, I think something, because we're from Australia, right? So it's like, I don't really know what it's like to approach bears. Yeah. But it sounds like at least you got a tactic.
Yeah.
Just fucking, just ball and like, I guess it depends on which one though.
Actually, no, you're totally right. I've heard some people say like, make yourself look big. And others have been like curl into a ball, right?
I think it depends on which kind of bear. I think black bears are kind of fucked, or brown bears. I don't know. I'm out of my depth. I don't know. This is just stupid. Fair. Someone knows it out there. But it's like a mountain lion, right? You gotta be real fucking big, right? Or do you take the route of like trying to like play dead on something?
I like that. I love seeing videos of like Russian people with their pet bears.
Bro, Russian people like, just like exist. Man.
They're just crazy, right? They're like shirtless in the snow, and it looks like a 0-degree day, and their pet bear is just like cuddling with them, right? So I think if I was to verse a big animal, I'd want there to be a slight chance that maybe that animal fucks with me. We can just like hang out. like mid-fight, they're like, hey, hold on. Why are we doing this?
Okay, what would be your move? What would be your move to try and get on the same? If you're going to try and tame it,
while I'm getting mauled, I'll just try to sneak in a pet or two to be like, hey, buddy, don't worry about it. You know, with like cats where you blink really slowly.
Oh my God, no, imagine like you try to get to like snip your hand. You just like hold out your hand and it literally just like hits you so hard in the head that your neck just snaps instantly.
But there's a 50-50 chance that whatever animal it is might like sniff your fingers and be like, oh, okay, he's chill.
So,
in terms of like what animal that would be, I want it to also be an animal that could kill me quickly enough. So when I realized that I was wrong to try and pet it, at least it's like an instant death.
At least you're dead, yeah.
And I'm not like embarrassing myself.
Yeah.
Maybe a cheetah. That would be my vote.
Oh, a cheetah.
Where like I've seen like zookeepers be pretty chill with cheetahs. So maybe there's a chance of the cheetah being like nuzzling against my head.
Oh my God.
So at least out of the two options, I either cuddle with a very chill cheetah or I just get mauled to death.
Like
it's like instantly.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to look back at my mates as they're all like shaking their head. Like, what the fuck were you doing? So that would be
like
my
everyone's
vote.
watching get fucked up. It's like, this is what he wanted. This is what he would have wanted. This is what he would have wanted.
Risks.
He knew the risks. Yeah, literally.
What
It's
would
like,
you do?
Do you reckon you could take on a wild pig?
Oh, dude, I actually saw a wild pig in Japan.
No
They have
shit.
there's this like temple that has 10,000 steps on the way up. And we were like halfway there, just so worn out. And then, I don't know, we just hear like leaves rustling and like and we look and it's a fucking wild boar just like running up and down, doing laps, like just kind of like alphaing us because we were struggling with the stairs and the incline. And this motherfucker was just going up and down, like fucking nothing mattered.
Yeah.
I reckon I could do it. Like,
You reckon you could take him?
just they got those big fucking horns as well. And
yeah.
we've all copped like a razor scooter to the shin. But imagine like a wild boar horn hitting right there, dude. I'd be wincing in pain.
Dude,
But I reckon I could do it.
Oh, yeah. Wild boar. That shit's hard. That shit sucks. Can you
they've been
train for it? If you could train for it. Okay, what's one martial art you would train for a fight with a wild boar? Would it be judo? Because you could use its weight against it, right?
Is judo the one where you're like on the floor?
So you're
time?
like flipping and shit, right?
Yeah, okay.
I
do
already
that.
I hate every single time I have to elaborate on something and I realize I don't know what I'm talking about. And it's like, wait, judo is the one where you like flip around and stuff,
Or
right?
is that-
I think that's like half of them.
Is that jujitsu? Where you're meant to be
Jujitsu?
on the floor.
It's
I
okay.
don't know,
Whichever one uses the other person's body weight against him. Look, I'm not doing boxing. Okay, that's the first thing I'm not training. All right. But like, I feel like jujitsu, judo, you could try to like use the weight against the boar.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to choke it out. Like you'd have to try like figure it out. But that's gonna get you. That's like a way more defensive style.
I like that. But also the floor is like where they're at the advantage. So instead of doing that, do we want to be training to be like jumping up and doing flips and shit?
Okay,
Like-
fucking samurai. Jack. Like, you're not fucking, you can't just
Whatever the
train to
fucking
do a
ninja.
backflip. It's like if you spent the whole time. So if you're gonna fight a wild boar like a gladiator fight and you start training how to do a backflip, I hope you die.
I'd be like
you die instantly. I hope you
would
break your
train-
neck during the backflip.
I'd train in breakdancing. That's what I would do. I'd defeat the boar with style.
Fucking hell, man.
Whatever the... what is the one where they're like actually jumping up and spinning kicks and stuff? Is that
I don't
just,
know
like,
if that's. I don't think that's real, man.
Is that not real?
I think it's just like I think you saw Karate Kid and was just like this is what I want.
You can't get at me for knowledge on this shit. You're in the exact same boat that I'm in.
I've thrown out one too many heckles.
Okay, whatever the combat sport is where you're jumping up and doing stuff rather than being on the ground and tackling, that's the one that I would do. Whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Because in the air, at least I know what I'm doing. That boar, he's never seen Step Up 4 Bring the Heat. Okay, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Some stupid shit this podcast. That's like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I'm gonna jump over the ball.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to tire him out with some sick cheerleading flips, okay? And by the end of it, he'll be like clapping, be like, holy shit, how did you do that?
Oh my God, man.
So that's what I would do.
Dude.
What would you do? Well, what's your vote?
But I mean, like, dude, I got to go defensive though, because I don't back myself.
Yep.
But if we're talking about something like wild dog, kickboxing,
Ooh.
I would kick it in the fucking jaw.
100%.
And I would fucking kill that thing. So I would start just like whacking my shins with like baseball bats. Like, you know how people do, okay, that might be a bit aggressive, but you know, like strengthen the shins and then I fucking crack it.
Okay.
So I used to play soccer as well. So like I already kind of have a bit of like the foot coordination.
my feet be doing things.
Dude, my feet get it, bro. So I like
that.
So, you know, that's a possibility if you're fighting like a dog.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, how crazy? Okay, what's the like smallest animal you could probably get taken out by? You probably get killed by. It's like a really crazy big goose. Do you know what I mean? Like, what could be like?
I'm thinking even smaller. Like,
oh yeah,
I'll be honest, man. Have you seen cockroaches fly?
Oh, dude, don't you fucking get me started.
It's the scariest fucking shit in the world.
Don't get me started. I'll kill myself, dude. I fucking no, that happened to me. That fucking happened to me, right?
Yeah,
dude, I'm not cool with those things.
Yeah,
I'm not cool with cockroaches.
Do you prefer like what are you less afraid of? The big ones or the little fucking tiny guys who move insanely fast?
Oh, like, no,
tiny cockroaches
I can't fuck
dude.
with. I feel sick thinking about it, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm actually like, you know what? You might do. You know what I do to my girlfriend? Like, you know what I do to Grayson? It's like, cause she's from Armadale.
Yeah.
And so I hate being like scared of him. I know I am.
Yeah.
But like, I always just go like, I'm not scared of them. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
She's just like,
your legs are shaking.
And I'll literally just like lose my mind.
Yeah.
Like there was this one time we were at a beach house and there was this fucking cockroach on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it. It's looking at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I need to kill it. But I didn't have my shoes on and they were just like over there and I didn't know what to do. And I froze up and I was like, do I kill it? Do I not?
Yeah.
You know, fucking scurries away.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I could. I struggled to sleep that night. I was like, it's somewhere.
I get
it's
it.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And she's like, dude, just relax. It's fine. Like, you're fine. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking die if that thing doesn't die soon.
Yeah.
And she hates when I use like the bug spray, but I'm like, mate,
I gotta kill it.
fuck that thing. I will fucking kill that thing.
The hunt is on. Bro.
You know what happened to me as well in my apartment, right? This was embarrassing. So I go, right, I want to have a shower, right? So bear with me. I'm naked. No one's home. I'm just about to shower after work. I grab my
shower.
As you shower, yes. I try to do it without clothes. So I pull my towel off the little rack, right? This fucking like fat fucking spider, like it's basically like the size of like at least like my palm.
Yeah.
At least. Right? It wasn't dangerous. It looked kind of more of like a huntsman thing.
Yeah.
But either way, man, I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me implode because my mum was super afraid of him and she would lose her mind every time. So I think just like as a kid, it's just how I am. I lost my fucking mind. I almost broke the desk because I saw it run behind the desk and I just tried to pull the desk out.
Yeah,
it's a frail desk. So one of the shelves is kind of caved in. It's all just fucking falling apart.
Yeah.
And I go downstairs and I just grab this fucking bug spray and I just... And I'm like, no, not today. It ran underneath the fucking bed and I started spraying underneath the bed, just like gassing it out. I was like, no, dude, no. Fuck that. Can't do that. Damn. It was embarrassing, and I texted her, and I was just like, I'm embarrassed right now, except I almost broke our desk trying to get a spider because I was scared. It was fucking terrible.
I totally get it, though. Like, when I was a kid, I used to have this crippling fear of dragonflies.
Oh.
Yeah, right? I know, like, out of all the bugs, like, spiders, like, everyone's scared of as a kid.
Yeah.
But, like, I got over that pretty recently as well, by the way.
I love that.
I think I remember dropping you off and there was like a huntsman in the car and I was like, okay,
God,
here
dude.
we go.
Yeah.
Gotta go through the process. But with dragonflies, I don't know what it is, dude. The way they fly and the way those little fucking tails are just like
so
hanging
long
there. And I think because someone told me when I was young that they could sting you. And I pictured like a scorpion. Well, you know when the tails like curl up? I pictured that. And I just have this distinct memory of we were cycling in Sydney Olympic Park when I was like 10. And I just remember screaming while like I was riding the bike because there were like 2 dragonflies that were flying above me. And even to this day, like I'm fine with small dragonflies, but the fucking big ones, if they're in the house, it's a fucking hunt, dude. I'm like, I won't kill them, but I'm just like determined to get them the fuck out of the house. Like they can't be there while I'm there.
Yeah.
Because I just found like just the way they look and the vibe.
They're a lot. They're a lot. If you think about it, dude, the one thing that I think about when I think about prehistoric times and blah, 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 like everyone's scared of dinosaurs, whatever, right? Dude, the insects, when the oxygen content was so much higher, insects would have been fucked. Insects would have been fucked.
Actually
like,
wild.
Dude, fuck that shit. They're like massive. Because imagine, right, you know what I think about all the time? Is like, imagine a spider the size of an elephant, all right?
Yeah.
Imagine that web. You don't see that shit, and you're stuck. You can't move. You're bondaged up in this fucking spider's web, and this thing comes out and just sucks the juice out of you off your fucking like guts. Dude, spiders are terrifying. Yeah. They're not okay. And you know the thing about them as well? The thing about them which makes me laugh so hard is like, you know, when they just like run, stop.
Yeah, dude.
They just stop. And then they just like all of a sudden just like look at you and they just run, stop. It's just like, dude, just relax.
I can't deal when they like stretch out some of their legs, but not all of them. Like I've seen some spiders. There's a really fucking weird spider that has 8 legs, like all of them do. But like most when they sleep in their web, they like pair up their legs. So when they're sleeping, it looks like they've only got 4 of them. And then if you wake them up, they'll like unfurl the other legs. And I'm just like, oh, bro, be normal. Sleep fucking normally, dude.
Oh my God. You know what I've thought about before? You know what I've thought about? You know what the scariest thing would be from like an animal? Is like imagine, right, if there's like a bunch of chickens in like the backyard and then all of a sudden, because you know how chickens look, right? They don't move their heads in like, they move their heads in like a million quick little turns, right?
Did you have chickens at your old place?
Yeah. I used to have chickens.
Right.
Used to have chickens.
Yeah.
And like, but they move their heads in like very quick little turns, right? It's not like one sudden movement. Imagine if all the chickens just slowly looked at you, like
slow movements.
Because you know how they go, like they just imagine one time they just do like a 180 and just look at you.
I feel like there'd be a lot more vegans just like off of that one fact.
Oh man, I wouldn't. I'd fucking.
If chickens looked at me with such like menace.
No. Like just imagine that, like slowly though, just like looking at you, because you know how chickens look. Chickens are just that. I've thought about that before, and it's like haunted me. Are
there any animals that are actually like that? That just move so slow. Oh wait, sloths. There we go. Like
they move pretty fucking slow.
I don't know, dude. But they're not,
they need to get
they're not
fucking,
intimidating.
dude, sloths have the craziest fingernails.
Yeah, dude.
They need to relax. Kind of wigs me out.
Relax.
It's fucking. It's like, dude, come on. Like, what the fuck?
Actually,
but yeah, no, I mean like. Yeah, man, I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with any of that. I'm glad that you agree with me on being.
I want to meet someone who
cockroaches
doesn't
and
agree
fucking
with
spiders.
that. That's fucking scary.
Yeah, I know.
Menacing chickens.
I know. Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. I can't have any part of that. Well, mate, I mean, like, I think we'll wrap it up nicely on terrifying chickens.
This has been great.
I'm sorry.
I feel like we did get some good stuff in there. We got,
I'm sorry if anyone actually made it to the end. I apologize. You can be reimbursed. Just like,
I doubt it, dude. This is a very DJ focused podcast. Like, what was our first thing? If you're a fucking dictator.
You're a dictator. I don't even know what to call this thing.
Because I do like how you put in like little buzzwords here and there about what you guys talked about.
Yeah.
What would be the buzzwords for this one?
I don't know.
I like menacing chickens as one of the last ones, maybe.
Like
or judgmental chickens.
Judgmental chickens. Oh my God. All right. Well, thanks for listening if you actually fucking made it. If you didn't, that's very understandable.
It's very okay.
All right. Anyway, enjoy. Have a good one.
This has been great.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you very much.
DJ Stingray out.
DJ Stingray.